Hi, welcome to SAP training class. Today we are going to discuss Vendor Master Part 3. Under this Vendor Master subject matter, we have already covered Part 1 and Part 2 also. And today we are going to discuss about the part 3. Under this part 3, vendor subranges and its customization, maintaining different data. Under part 4, these are the topics we are going to cover under part 4. But the last class, part 2, we have missed one topic, referencing, creating vendors with reference. That topic we have forgotten, and we will see that one also today. So let us go to SAP and let's see that how to create with reference by varying different parameters. How we will these references are is going to useful. To create a vendor, we have to go to XK01, or we can follow the menu path from logistics, materials management, purchasing, master data, vendors, in central folder, XK01, create from this. So vendor, when we are creating, you see there are different reference fields are there. So we will watch how these reference fields are going to useful when we are creating a new vendor. So let me remove all of them. I am going to create under the group 001 as a vendor. In this vendor, if I take, because 0001 is an external number, we need to give it. So I will take this number. I have not yet created for this. So 55994 vendor number we have given. I have already explained, if I will not give the company code, if I will not give the purchase organization details, means that code, purchase organization code and company code, if I am not given, you will only able to enter the general data fields. You cannot access to the company code data and purchase organization data. That we have already seen. So now I will give it all of them, because already we have tested, the test is already shown in this earlier part. So I have given this account code also I have given. If I am entering inside by this without reference, what difference we are going to find? You see here there is no data is available. If we wanted to go and see watch the next screens, definitely we have to fulfill the mandatory fields. This mandatory field name compulsory here. I am giving DVR vendor by reference. We are doing it by the reference. That's why the differentiation I am writing there. And search term I am using my name. I have shown the usefulness of the search term. And here country I am taking as country is India. And other data I am not filling, but you can fill all of them. They are not mandatory fields. So I will go next screen by entering. So in the next screen, customer, trade partner, all these fields are empty. So here no more any mandatory fields. I can go to the next screen by next screen navigation. Here details of the bank. Here also no mandatories. Let me go to the next. Here also there are no mandatory fields. There are mandatory fields, 2 mandatory fields are there, but no data. I will give this 1,60,000 and this one is A1. I'm taking it. I'm going to the next screen. No data yet and no mandatory field also. I'm going to next, nothing. And here also the purchase organization data. In this also there is a mandatory field. That means we have gone third level of purchase organization data, purchasing data. So here you can select it, INR, Indian currency, and partner functions. The last screen we have reached. Now I am not going to save it because the difference you wanted to watch it. That's why I have, without taking any reference, what we have seen I have shown you. Without a reference there is no data has come and all are empty for you to enter a new data when you have not taken a reference. Let me go and take the So let me go and take a reference data. So if I will take 1000 a vendor, this vendor, when I am taking it reference, let me go and create the same one because I have used this number but I have not created it. So I can reuse the number, this 55994 vendor number. So when I use this one 1000 reference, what we are going to get it, we will see. See here, the system is smart enough. It knows that one. If you take the reference of any of the vendor, the reference vendor has got its own name, its own title, and such terms. All of them are there. Even though it will not copy those fields, you can see this. Here there is no copy. There is no copy of these 2 fields because vendor to vendor, definitely name, title, everything is these data, specifically this data is different. That's why it will keep empty for you to fill these datas. So country can be same. Many vendors can be from the same country. So that's why country data is copying. Others also, languages also can be same. So those datas are copied. But names can never be same. That's why these datas are not copying. So it is empty for you to fill for this thing. Let me fill company and I will take this beware vendor by reference. I will take Venkat as a reference and let me go to next screen by hit enter. Here the customer, I have taken the reference, it has the customer, but this also here it is not having the customer field. The system knows about that one. If I will show you that vendor 1000, there 1000 is also his own vendor, 1000 is also a customer. That customer number is, it was there in the 1000 vendor, but that customer number is not going to copy here because that customer number is only for the 1000 vendor only. But here it could be different. This vendor is different. So here in the customer field, his own customer number has to come. But we have not yet created any customer number, so we cannot fill the his customer number. So that's why I keep empty. Means I wanted to show you whichever is not relevant to the copying, the system knows those fields it will not copy, and other it can be same, then it will copy. So in this industry can be same type of industry, both vendors, so that's why industry is copied. If we wanted, we can keep it, otherwise we can overwrite a different one. So the system is suggesting that that preference is having this data. Now let's go. I don't want to fill here anything, and let it be the data what it copied. And in this payment transactions area, when vendor is changing, his bank account details also will change. It never be same. Nobody will different one bank account. No, many vendors cannot share like that. He will not give his own personal data. So the bank details also different. That means it will not copy. You have to enter the separate record of this vendor. Now let's go to next screen. Here reconciliation account also is different because vendor is changing. Which one you wanted to keep it is different. Let's keep this. One thing I wanted to tell you here, we have copied a vendor, means we have taken a reference of vendor. A reference of vendor in that only those fields in general data, whatever it is there, it is copied. It is not copying the what it is showing here. It is not copying the company code data and the purchasing organization data. We have not yet reached to the purchase organization data, but company code data we are seeing it, nothing is there. It's all of them is empty. Actually reconciliation account can be same. It could have it could be copy this reconciliation account, it could be copied, but this cash management group also it can be copied. But thing is that it is not copied, because when we have taken a reference of that vendor only vendor general data only it can copy. So now let's go to next screen. Here also it is not copied anything, here also it is not copied anything. And in purchasing organization data, we entered into the purchasing organization data. The first one is purchasing data. It has not copied this one also, but it is a mandatory field. Let me select it, anyone. So this I am choosing it. I am going here vendor also. You see here before the other one I have different data. Here it will copy its own data because this is partner functions, partner schema we have defined, that's why it will copy. So I will not save now this, and by giving the reference with the company code also what data will copy we will see now, because one by one by varying the parameter what difference it will be copying it, we can come to know the difference. Let's go back. No, I don't want to save. So now company code also I will give. It is not necessary, can be same company, you can give it different also, but in this case this 1000 is also in this 1000 company code only, and we are creating the same company code. So now with the same number, this time we are using company code. So enter, because we have not saved, that's why we have to enter again. So these details are copied. Here also the customer number is not, it will not copy. The other details it is copied. Bank details it will not copy. You see here it is copied other details in the account information company code data. Before it was not copied, but now using the company code number also it is copied the company code data. Without this company code reference it was empty, all this field was empty. That's what the difference. Now next go to the next screen, payment transaction 1. You see payment terms also copied, tolerance group also copied, payment methods also copied, tolerance group, etc. Everything which is the data is there in that 1000, it is copied. Now correspondence they cannot be same, so that's why it is kept empty. Maybe in that 1000 also there is no correspondent data, that's why it is kept empty. Now purchasing data, we entered now into purchase organization, but we have not filled that purchase organization in the reference beginning, that's why all these fields are empty. So that means we have to enter, so we have to enter here. I have taken INR and partner. Now also I will not save it because there is another one is there. We will see that difference also, and then lastly we will save it that. So let's go back. No. So now I will give purchase organization also, and I will take the same account number because we have not saved it, that's why we can use it. If we have saved it, it will not allow to use with the same number, we have to give a new number. Now hit enter. Company, reference, search term, this country, everything is copied in other functions, and customer is empty. Here bank details is empty. We can new data we can enter in that, and you see accounting information one, all of them is copied. In the payment transaction also everything is copied. In this there may be no data in that, that's why it is here also empty. If data is there, it will copy. Purchasing data, you see here in purchasing organization code we have entered, so whatever data in the 1000 purchasing organization data is there in the 1000 vendor, all of them it is copied. You see all these informations, it is copied. Now going to the next screen, it is asking customer default data, customer account group, shipping conditions, it is asking. Because why this one is asking customer data, the reference whichever we have taken, it has the customer also, so that's why here also it is asking the customer data only. So when I pressed it, it has entered to a create customer, because in that reference is also there, that's why it is gone to create a customer also on that same vendor. So if we wanted, we can create directly customer and we get the number, and then we can give it will take automatically after creation this number, it will take into that field customer number. But presently I don't want to create, this is a part of the sales. So if we don't want that one, we can ignore that one, and still we follow to next screen, that is partner function, and after that it is ending, so we can save it. Means it is giving an option to create a vendor at the same time, because the other one is having the create a customer, because the vendor 1000 is having a customer also, that's why it is giving an option. But we don't want, we can ignore all these and then follow to the next screen, it will be created. Now we have created a vendor. Let us go and watch our vendor, what are the fields it was entered inside. You see all these with combination of 1001 fields also. Customer it is not taken because we have ignored it. It asked for to create it, but we have not created. Bank details also empty. You can anytime new details we can enter in this. And account information, accounting related, that is company code data, it is taken here also. Dunning procedure not necessary. Currency and all of them is copied. And partner function also is same thing. It is not copied, but it is taken its own. So that's it. So it is created. Now we have seen the you see here, this one was I have not explained in the part 2 actually. So this, out of all this I was not explained, but I have cleared here. Okay, and let's go to part 3 now. Let's begin with part 3. In this part 3, vendor subranges and its customization we are going to see. First, let us clearly understand what is vendor subrange. I have already explained before in importance of account group, but I will show you more slides on this, so that a lot of data we can keep it in the vendor only, and variety of business we can get it, different kind of business also it is possible by vendor. Here I am going to show you one vendor can keep many currencies also, but in other data also I can show you, like many products, and each product wise his own details will vary, how it will be also I will show you. I will show separately in the classes, but not in the video. It will become very lengthy. One I will show you in this. Okay, so let's go to what happened. Yeah, now vendor subrange. In purchasing fields, purchase organization screens, vendor subranges subdivides the vendor's total product range according to a variety of criteria. So here this is the vendor subrange screen we have seen in the SAP. These fields, lot of, means not only product, we can also keep many variety of many criteria of the different products also. We can keep for one product also in different currencies, different payment terms cannot be for one product. One product will have one payment term, but one product can be different currencies. You can also supply in different currencies. One will be in euro, one will be in Indian rupees, and it can be in dollars or pounds or something. We can keep it in difference. Some areas, some businesses may using this functionality. All type of business they may not be using. They may use only one currency, but some of them they wanted to keep in multiple currencies for one product only. Because of that, their business also may improve. So that functionality is also inside this SAP. And payment terms, other Incoterms or maximum order value, other things can vary with the product. If product is varied, payment terms can be varied. So that varying of product also we can do it. One product will have one term of term of payment, and other one will have different terms of payments. So that also we can keep it. Like you see, this data is under the purchase organization data, and in the same purchase organization data we can keep subranges with the different one. One was already before one is here. I have taken in INR, maybe you can watch here, and partner function also is there in the purchase organization data. In this purchase organization data there are two fields are there. One is purchasing data, another one is partner function. These two, it is already there in that purchase organization. Maybe 1000 is purchase organization, in this already there. By changing the vendor subrange, you can keep extra another one alternative data, means a different data you can keep it extra. Like with USD, with other payment terms, all this by varying this partner function also you can vary it. Different data you can keep it. and one more also you can keep it. As many you wanted, those many we can create vendor subranges. Each subrange will have a different screens separately. So that I will show you in flowchart. But in case of you see from the from this flowchart you can easily understand. First, general data is under the client level, so it is a common one, we have seen that one. After that, company code level, company code data is there. Those screens are 4 screens, we have seen it already. Earlier one is 3 screens are there, address, control and payment transaction. So now this also we have seen. Now the third data, purchase organization level, purchase organization data was there. It has 2 screens. Those are purchasing data and partner functions. These also we have seen. But normally when we create without subranges, these are the things. This is the way how it can be created. But when we are going to use the vendor subrange, whatever it is normal way is there, that we will fill it, and extra there is a vendor subrange level also, alternative data we can keep it. If like this, vendor subranges we have to create it. Each subrange we can get a extra fields, extra this purchasing organization data, shortly written alternative purchasing data, means it's a main and alternative, another one, another partner function. 2 of them we can keep extra separate for one subrange. Another subrange, if you create it, as many subranges you will create it, those many screens you can keep extra. That data also it can save. So like this, I have shown here only 3 subranges. As many you wanted to do it, even 1 or 2 also we can create it. As many we wanted, those many we can create it like this. This extra alternative data, a different data under this vendor subrange level. But there is another way also, we can even still classify, differentiate from this by plant level also. We can each plant level also different one vendor can have a one values with one plant, and same vendor can have a different values with another plant in the same purchasing organization. Keeping the same purchase organization, you may have different, because under the purchase organization can be responsible for many plants. So each plant he can be having different payment terms, different data also he can keep it. One plant will be far away, one plant will be in very near. So vendor, if distance, very long distance one is there, his terms, his prices may be different also. So he can keep it his own terms and conditions differently. So like that. So now if we go to the next screen, plant only if we consider, we will not create any vendor subranges. If plants only we will take it, then the normal purchasing terms and for the alternative data each plant can be separate one also, we can take it. But if vendor subrange as well as plants when we consider, it will be like this. You can see here we can create the vendor subranges. Under this vendor subrange, for each vendor subrange different plants also we can keep it. See vendor subrange 1, it has its own 2 screens separately, and vendor subrange same one we can use it for different data. For these 2, plant 2 and plant 3 are common, we can keep it common. I have shown only plant 2, plant 3, but as many plants also together you can keep it. All these plants are same price, same terms and conditions, and this plant 1 is different terms and condition, and the plant 4 is a different one, like that. Whereas vendor subrange alternative data, another one, again there is a different vendor subrange VS2, it is VS1. Here also VS1. In VS1 different plants will have different. VS2 also can have different plants with different data. Like that you can keep very many plants, because one organization sometimes it will be very big and so many plants will be there, hundreds of plants. So such times if vendor is a very big, he is also very big, so you can keep different datas with the different plants and with this vendor subranges. Vendor subranges can be at different products. Plants is already defined, plant is a plant, for different plant will be vendor subranges. I will give you an example like products, a steel products, aluminum products, a stainless steel products. For aluminum products you can keep this vendor subrange. Let's say aluminum products, this vendor subrange 1 we can say aluminum product, vendor subrange will be a stainless steel. So then these two are there. Vendor subrange for aluminum product, for plant 1 we can keep one terms and condition, plant 2, plant 3 we can keep different terms and condition. Aluminum for plant 4 you can give it different conditions. And stainless steel, this vendor subrange can be stainless steel that time we for plant 1 different datas, and plant 2, plant 3 also different datas, plant 4 can be different datas. If you wanted another product is there, you can create a VSR level another one. So like this we can vary as many vendor subranges, and for plants, plants will come under the vendor subranges. So this is theoretical part. Practically if I wanted to show, it will take long time. I will only show for currency only one, so that you will understand that one. The concept is same, so we can create it by understanding here theory. And now let's go to SAP. Now in this customization part we have to see how to customize, because vendor subranges, I will go and show you vendor subrange. Here just now we have created this vendor. No, is already created, so I cannot go with this creation. I have to go with the change or display. So let me go to the vendor subranges, where it will be under purchase organization data. So when we have gone to the purchase organization data, you see they are not active. We have to activate them. We have to go to customization and we have to activate them, because I will show you OMSG. Directly we go to vendor account groups. Otherwise we can follow the SPRO, SAP reference IMG, that is IMG we can say, implementation menu guide. So in this logistic general, here